Hello everyone from Ali at 11th House Wales, and welcome to a weekly appointment. So today we have a festive theme because ho ho ho, we're getting ready for Christmas. And isn't it ironic that this is the time of year when we are supposed to take a break? This is the time of year when we are supposed to relax, we're supposed to be enjoying ourselves. And it's also the time of year when very often we can get a bit frantic, we can get a bit stressed out. So what happens when this is the case? Well, there's chocolates lying all around us. There's ginger biscuits, there's Yule logs, there's mince pies. Oh, so they're everywhere, just looking at you until they're not there anymore because we got our hands on them. And it could be because you want a treat, and that's fine. You deserve a treat, enjoy your treat. Or it could be anxious eating. It could be a bit of comfort eating, getting underway there. So comfort eating or anxious eating really is a product of our brains being very efficient. And I say this all the time, your brain wants the best for you. That's why it evolved to be so efficient. But like every behavior, we can change it. We're not stuck with it. We can replace it with a healthier behavior if we want to, and if we are ready to practice the healthier behavior. So think about those distant times when we lived in nature, symbiotically with nature, like any other wild creature. So your ancestor would come across food, a source of calories, and the brain would go, oh, whoa, yes, survival. I get to live today as well. Let's get tucked in. And this is what happens today as well. So reward centers lighting up in your brain wanting to make sure that you really got that pleasure from the food and that you remembered to go back for more. Now, because we are such resourceful and very creative, a very creative species we are, what our brains said to us at one point was, right, this makes you feel good. So why don't you expand the trigger from hunger to anything else, to emotional triggers as well? So we have generalized that sense of well-being to include triggers from anxiety, from feeling exhausted, feeling tired, irritated, stressed out. And we have discovered that food makes us feel good at those times as well. So what can we do about it? Well, actually, there is a lot that we can do about it. And specifically, when we approach life in a mindful way, what we do is we turn towards the experience instead of backing away, instead of battling it, waging war on it and resisting it or ignoring it. We turn towards the experience. And when we do that, we very often find that if we observe how it pans out in the body, then we find that really that anxious feeling, that stressy feeling, that frantic feeling, we can make it boil down to sensations in the body. We can break it apart into sensations, stimuli that we feel in the body. So you can do it now if you're feeling a bit stressed out or a bit anxious. And you might observe that there are body parts that feel, for example, a bit tight. You might feel tension in your muscles somewhere. You might feel knots. You might feel that there are different temperatures. And if you keep exploring, just keep observing, might be a bit of queasiness. Just observe what you find there without judging it, without wanting to change it. We're just observing it with that curiosity. Remember, I very often say, imagine that you are an alien and it's your first day on Earth. You're on a mission and this is your first day in a human body. So you are curious about everything. And if you keep exploring, then you will probably also find that these bodily sensations are not fixed. You will find that they change, they fluctuate, they come and go. Now, at this point, you can actually congratulate yourself on two major achievements. The first one is you have just stepped out of autopilot, which means you've also stepped out of that vicious cycle that anxiety puts you in. So you are now surfing it. You're on top of it. You're observing it. You're not inside it anymore. And secondly, what you have just done is just what we said a few minutes ago. You have replaced that automatic behavior with another behavior. So instead of reaching out for the quality street tin, you have reached inside yourself and you have applied curiosity to your own inner processes. So all you have to do now, because you have just done it, you have just successfully done it, all you have to do now is keep practicing. Because the more you practice, the more this will become the go-to behavior, the default behavior. It will become second nature. So anytime that you are growing restless and you feel that you are getting anxious, you're getting irritable or stressed out, if you catch yourself heading towards the cupboard, just catch yourself in that moment. And first of all, thank your brain for looking out for you, because it is looking out for you. And then get curious about what is going on inside yourself. What is this reaction? What is this cycle that you are experiencing as you go and reach out for the chocolates? What is going on inside? And then you can decide whether you want to surf it and just continue exploring it, take an interest in it instead of getting the chocolates, or you can decide to have your treat, because why not? And if you decide to have your treat, then you can enjoy it mindfully. You can enjoy all of the flavors, all of the texture, all of the smell, everything, and save me a piece if you want. So I really hope that this has been helpful to you, and I will see you here next week. Until then, please take care and have a wonderful week. Bye. Bye bye.